Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Small Business Spotlight powered by Northlight Film Co. My name is Derek, and I'm your host. We're here with Alex and Sierra from the Lean Rocket Lab, and you guys are also fellow business owners yourselves.
That's right.
So
that's right.
Tell us what you do.
I'm Director of Entrepreneurship here at Lean Rocket Lab, and I also am the owner of Loveland Farms Photo, a photography business in town.
And I am the Member Services Director and Facilities Coordinator here at the lab, and I am also the owner of Joyfully Rooted, a photography and press-on nail artist.
Oh, okay,
I don't have any other,
perfect.
but,
Well, I'm super excited to have you guys on.
Thanks
so
for having us. Happy to be here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
So for those of you who don't know, the Lean Rocket Lab is, there's so much to it, but in my experience, I was one of the local fellows here in 2026. So I'm so excited to have you guys on because I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Because you guys do so much just for businesses around the community. And I know it's not just in Jackson. You have, is it just two?
Lenawee and Hillsdale as well,
Okay,
counties.
perfect.
We do this in, yeah.
And do you guys run those as well?
Yeah, we're in it right
We
now.
do.
Wow.
So we're in week 4.
4.
We're in week 4 of
For
boot camp.
Lenawee and
Oh
Hillsdale.
my
Lenawee and
gosh.
Hillsdale.
That's so cool to hear.
Yeah, that's why we're not here on Thursdays.
Right. So on that note, I want to talk a little bit. Let's talk first about the Lean Rocket Lab, and then I
Okay.
definitely want to talk to you guys about your businesses yourselves. But give me a little brief overview of what the lab does.
Yeah. So we are many things. Obviously, we have Cafe Fuel up front, which is our public space. We own and operate that. And then when you walk in, you'll see kind of like a half-wood wall, and then you'll be a bunch of offices in the back. So we're a co-working space, meaning that members can come here and pay a monthly fee to work out of our space 24/7. Generally, we find entrepreneurs, small business owners that need to get away from their office, and remote workers do that. And then within the Lean Rocket Lab, we are a nonprofit 501c3, and what that means is we can get grants to help entrepreneurs from idea, meaning they've come up with this idea, they have no idea where to even start, all the way to needing venture capital funds, non-traditional funding, traditional funding, everything in between. So we can help a business who's just starting, who's been in business and needs help growing, who needs to scale, or who needs to sell. We can really help anything in between, and we do that through programming. So like the Local Fellows program is one of the 4 programs that we run here. We also do a lot in high tech and advanced manufacturing. So we have programs that cover that too. And within those programs have funding. So you get funding if you go through programs with us, or have the opportunity to get funding if you go through programs with us. So we really are a well-rounded resource for entrepreneurs in the ecosystem that they live in, and all the support that helps them get to where they want to go is where you can find that right here at the lab.
That's amazing. That's so much stuff.
Isn't it? I know.
Yeah,
And so
a lot of good stuff.
you two are kind of like the faces and the backbone of the lab. Like I feel like anytime that I do anything that's lab related,
Yes.
it's with one of you two or both.
Yes.
Right.
So you've kind of told us what your title is, but what do you actually do? What does that mean?
Yeah, so for me, Director of Entrepreneurship, that means that I talk to every single entrepreneur that walks through our door, fills out an intake form, calls us, whatever. They need help, they talk to me first. And that just gives me a way to know who they are, what they're working on, because all of the resources, all the programming, all of the wisdom is right in here. No, I'm kidding. I take it and I guide them to where the next step that they need to go. And sometimes that's being a member, sometimes that's being in a program, sometimes that's referring them out to our partner network. We have a lot of partners in the county and outside of the county that we work with. And so it's really just identifying where they need to go to get to where, what success means for them. And so that's what I do here.
Amazing. What about you?
Yeah, so what I do, as Member Services Director and Facilities Coordinator, basically what I do is anybody that is not sure what this place is interested in a membership, walks through the door, fills out a form online, anything like that. Basically, I walk them through what a membership looks like, how to get signed up, what's included, the perks that they can have, or that they do get, all of that. And then I also run or manage all of our events that we have here. Anybody that wants to have an event here that's not, hosting an event here, we're putting on an event, anything like that, basically I manage all of those.
Right.
And then Sierra helps me. She is like my person that keeps my life together when we're running a boot camp. So we run the local program together. I could not do it without her. It's because we have 12 businesses that basically we're like parents to for 3 months. And so during that time, her and I work really closely together to make sure they're all taken care of. So her and I run that program along with helping other programs that we have here at the lab run too. So
Right. And so you find sleep in,
Yes.
in that
Somehow.
yeah, we do somehow.
A little bit.
I feel like I sleep here half the time, but yeah,
right.
yes, yeah.
No, I mean that's so amazing. I found the lab because I came in for some coffee.
Yeah, tell us the story.
So this is my story. I came in. There's not a lot of coffee shops in Jackson, and there's a couple. I won't mention them, but not my favorite. I'll
Yep,
say.
yep.
And so I'm like trying to find a good coffee shop. So I stop here. I see it's downtown. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm sitting down having coffee, chatting, and I look down and see one of the flyers.
Okay.
For the workspace that you guys do here. And I think it may have been talking about the locals program as well.
Okay.
There was something. So so I ended up, I was like, oh, I literally just started my business. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I filled out the intake form and then
Oh my God, from okay, our marketing efforts are working from the
It's
tables.
working.
It's great to know.
So,
Devin.
so yeah,
Yeah,
set
seriously.
up a meeting. Missed my first meeting with you.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay,
Yeah.
you did. Okay,
Yeah.
that's funny.
And
But you got back on
'cause,
somehow.
well, so honestly, when I first like went through the intake, I'm like, okay, what's the catch? Like,
Oh, really?
am I gonna have to? Because like small business support, a lot of times when you hear that,
Yeah.
it's somebody that's trying to take advantage of you.
For sure.
It's somebody that's like, hey, pay me $15 million,
Right.
and we'll put you on
Pay
a
me
track.
$500 to do your LLC, please.
Exactly. Yeah,
Seriously.
things like that. So I was a little skeptical at first because that kind of stuff is very rare, and it's not something
Yeah.
that like I've tried to start businesses before. Back when I didn't really know what I was doing in the like video space, and every time that I started, you look up online, and it's like there's 8 million websites that are gonna just take your money and like run.
Right.
So I was a little skeptical at first. I was like,
Okay.
this seems like a really good deal for me, but not for you. So I was like, okay, we'll see. And then I remember talking to you.
Yeah, how'd
and
that go? Because I don't remember our conversation. So tell me how it
so
was.
I remember talking to you, and afterwards I was like, oh, okay, so this is like legit. You guys really do just
Yeah.
help businesses.
Yeah. Cool.
And so that meeting made me feel a whole lot better because
Oh,
you're,
good.
you're very like, all right, let's get this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
You might be able to do this.
Right.
And I was still working full time at the time.
Right,
And you were
right.
like, I don't know if you'll be able to do the locals program because it's like,
the
Thursday.
in-person mandatory. Yeah.
And
Right.
so I was like, I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm gonna try and get time off at my job. We'll
Right.
see.
Yep.
I was working for a municipality at the time.
Right.
And so
How is the can you tell the people
Yes.
how the because part of this, it's a competitive program, so you have to apply, but then you have to do
yeah.
a Shark Tank style
Yes.
pitch for like 5 minutes.
okay.
Like how did you prepare for that? How did you feel about it coming in? And then how did you feel when you left?
So I'll be honest. When I first heard about the Shark Tank pitch, I was super nervous.
Yeah.
Because it's a competitive thing. It's like
Right.
I honestly I was like I need to over prepare for this.
Yeah.
Which I feel like I did.
You did excellent.
Great.
Like, I remember
Amazing.
yours.
I vividly
Yeah, you remember
your
it?
pitch. I do.
But my goal it was just I want to get in there. I want to have such a polished presentation that they don't realize that I'm just starting. Right?
I love that though. I love
'cause
that
I'm like,
mentality.
I want to come off how I feel and like I'm very prepared. I'm ready. Like I'm ready for this.
Right.
So I was like rehearsing in my car. Like
Love
I had
that.
a video.
It was a
So,
great video. Yeah, tell
I had,
the
so
people.
I had a video where my speech, my presentation was like synchronized to the video, and so it was like in my notes I was like, okay, I have 20 seconds to talk about this. 10
I
seconds
love
to
that
talk
so
about
much though.
and so 5 minutes is not a lot of you think it feels like it could be a lot of time to just
It goes
tell
so fast though. Yeah.
people. But it's like and then I'm a video business, so I needed to show some of the work that
Yeah.
I
Right.
And so, so I'm like, okay, I need to show some video, and I'm going to talk as fast as I possibly can to get all of this information. And then I gave everybody a packet with all of the questions that I didn't answer.
Yeah.
Which was so smart.
It was.
So, because I wanted to be like, I wanted to just drop it and be like, boom.
Yeah.
And so that was what I was trying to do. I hope that.
I mean, I remember yours, and
do.
didn't you end right on the 5? Like, didn't it end
like a buzzer
perfectly?
beater?
Yeah. No, I had a timer.
perfect
I had a
match.
timer in the corner.
You did have
Amazing.
a timer in the corner. I remember that.
I had a cue when music started to play. That's when I needed to wrap it up.
See, that is what y'all need to do. So anytime that I talk about this part, I'm going to send them to this Northlight podcast.
Right,
and I'm going to be like, listen to this one because this is how you should prepare.
Look, I talked to Jake too. I had a meeting with Jake from Uncharted because he went through the program.
Yep,
And I'm
he was
like,
an OG.
can you tell me like what should I do? And I'm like taking notes. He's like, just like be genuine, like really tell him, like, okay, be genuine. Like you know him, he's like chill. He's, just kind of talk about like the things that you need and what you do with the money and like how that's going to benefit you. I'm like, so
how did you feel once that ended? Because what happens is he does that for 5 minutes, then they ask you questions for 3.
Yeah.
yes,
So when you left after that, how did you feel?
I felt like I was gonna throw up.
Did you?
Because going into it, I'm like pacing, I'm nervous. There was an inventor before me.
Yep.
And so he came in. I was talking to him, and I'm like, oh, I don't think you don't really have a business. You just kind of came up with something.
Yep.
And so I'm like, okay, like I feel like I could maybe
Okay.
And so
One step ahead.
yeah, so I'm like everything that I'm doing is just like I'm preparing. I apologize to all of my friends for like the week leading up to that because that's all I was talking about. That's all I was thinking about.
Right. As you should. You should.
Yeah. So
I mean, I know that Sister Turning. This is what happens. Alex turns into the interviewer.
No, I love this.
I'm so sorry. This is what happens. So talk to me about that. So you went through that. Then you went through 3 months of boot camp with these 11 other businesses from Jackson.
Yes.
Like, talk to me about, I mean, we can talk all day about what we do in that program, but I want to hear your perspective of like the experts we brought in, what you were learning, the networking, like what was your overall experience of it?
I didn't know what to expect coming in because, there's like, you think of like business courses and like you think like college or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, these are 12 businesses. They're all at least established enough to have made it into this program. And so I didn't really know what to expect coming in because I didn't know what kind of support like everybody would need.
Right.
And it seems like everything, like all of the necessary things got covered. The issue of the program is that it's only 12 weeks.
Yes.
So
Correct.
you have to cram in as much as you can. And so like there's things that I might have wanted to see, but that like another business probably wouldn't have.
Yeah, sure. That's the hard part about it.
So keeping that in mind, I mean, it's a very tight knit program. Like, you've got 12 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's not 12 weeks of like 8-hour classes. It's
2 hours.
2 hours.
Right.
And okay, good luck. Like here's
take it and run.
Like dump an encyclopedia on you. Here you go. Good luck.
Right.
So I think with that, at times it was okay. This applies to me very well. There were some times like I think we were talking about cost of goods and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's hard when you're a service-based business.
Like
service-based, like I don't have cost of goods, but the restaurants and the coffee shops, like they need that.
Right.
So, some weeks I felt were a little bit more tailored to me versus some weeks I felt were a little bit more tailored to other business. But in general, everything seemed to be like I'm super happy. I feel like I am. We'll get this as a soundbite. I feel like I am much more prepared now than I was before.
That's all that matters.
That's
And
all that matters.
I mean that.
Yeah.
Good.
I've signed up for QuickBooks. I have, done X, Y, and Z. I actually look at my profit and loss statements. I actually look at the things that I didn't even really know existed beforehand. Definitely wouldn't have known what they are. But now I know what I'm looking at. I know what I'm reading. Is it overwhelming still? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But And then talking about like the processes and
Yeah.
time management. I can't remember who it was. Somebody came in and was talking about time management, and they're just like, yeah, you can't do it all.
It's
Like,
probably
you need-
Kim. Oh no, you weren't here for
Well-
Kimmy G, so
No.
I don't know who that was.
But where it's just like you can't do everything. You need to these are the important things.
Yep.
These are the not important things.
Right.
These are
So
the
hard.
like immediate things. These are the not immediate
Right.
things. Let's not do the not
It's
important.
so
not
hard
immediate.
though,
So
right?
hard.
But yeah, it's like, is this gonna improve my business? No, but I really want to do it right now.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
I have this project that's
Exactly.
due tomorrow, but
I think we're gonna go to my thing non-essential over here.
like actually, what if I start browsing on Amazon for
Right.
planners that I don't need?
No,
you know?
totally. Absolutely. Everybody struggles with that as an entrepreneur.
So for me, like those were the biggest things that really helped me because I have raging ADHD.
Yeah.
And so if there's a task that's like fun,
Yeah.
but that I don't have to do anytime soon,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do that before I do
Yeah.
the thing that I need to get done like by yesterday.
I just did it the other day. I was
Yeah.
ordering stickers on Amazon. I'm like, oh, it'd be fun to put stickers in my nail packages. Like, Sierra, what are you doing? Like, no, you have 7 orders to do. What are you doing on Amazon looking for
It's like,
stickers?
it's so fun,
Like,
though.
what
But
are you
that is the thing that we see though. We see that a lot in entrepreneurs and small business owners because generally they do have ADHD or ADD
Yeah.
or a version of that. And so that is part of the nature of being an entrepreneur is dealing with that time management. Where's my priority go? Because
Yeah.
I do that myself. I mean, it's so easy. It's so
Yeah.
easy when you don't want to sit down and use your brain on something that's
Well,
important.
that and then especially when it's just you.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you're the brains of everything, you don't have people that are kind of holding you accountable. You don't
Yeah.
have people that can go do those tasks
Right.
that aren't as important but still need to
Yeah.
get done.
Sure.
So like for me, I have a team that's mainly freelancers, and it's very expensive to hire people
Yeah,
and,
right.
and bring them on. So most of like the brunt of the work, it's me. It's my brain, and my brain is a place to be. In, let me tell you. So, but on that note, I kind of want to talk about because I was so excited about this podcast for the reason that you guys will have so much perspective. Because I mean, how many businesses do you see
I mean,
in a month?
in a month?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Let me think about my last couple of Wednesdays. I mean, every Wednesday I do intake is my intake day. And I have somewhere, I mean, if we want to go back to Q1, I would have
Q1 was wild.
15, I would have 15 to 20 back-to-back meetings every single Wednesday. So we're talking like, that was extreme. So like in that we would see 20 new businesses a week in Q1. Now that our marketing has kind of died down, we've gotten through Jackson Boot Camp, we're into Lenawee and Hillsdale, we're not marketing so much because we've already gotten through it. I would say that I see between 2 and 5 businesses a week, new businesses a week that I've never talked to.
Yeah.
But that's still a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, it
every
is.
single week
Yes.
having at least a few businesses,
Yep.
Yeah.
plus all of the businesses that you're already
Yes.
like plugged
Yes.
into.
Yeah. I mean, we see anywhere between 100 and 125 businesses a year. New
Right.
that
Yeah.
we have never been working with before.
Wow.
And then you add that on to the 77 plus alumni that we have in this local program. Those are all businesses that come back to me time and time again and ask for something. So you've got another 100 that are already like asking you for stuff no matter,
Right.
Truthfully, I'm surprised that you have a door and like a. I'm surprised you have an office here.
Yeah.
It's
It's hard.
Like even just people walking by, like, oh hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest. I like to talk.
We all
So
do
do
here.
we.
We all do
So do we.
here.
And
It's
so
hard.
It's a bit of a problem.
It is. It is.
Because when you have multiple hundreds of different businesses and people that people
Yeah.
that you connect with, people
Yeah.
like
Yeah. I don't go out. I don't go out. Honestly, what's happened is I don't go out anymore. So like what would happen is like I would, work all week and then we go out in Jackson and have a good time and go out. But what is I know everyone now. So it's like when you go out on the weekend, you're working.
Yeah.
So like you go out to dinner, you see somebody, you're working. You know, they're telling you about their business, they're telling you what's going on. So now it's like if I have to get something done, well, Sierra knows I remove myself from this entire place, and I go and I work from home, or I go and work somewhere else. You know, but I mean, I wouldn't want it any other way. I mean, it's because this place is so fun, but it takes so much out of you. You got to remove yourself and give yourself time, right, to come back. So it's hard. It's hard to work at what seems to be like a water cooler station.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and
So-
I know I'm guilty of that. Like, I've passed by, like, oh my gosh.
Oh, all of us are.
By the way, and then it turns into a conversation.
Yeah.
No meeting was scheduled. There's no like,
Yeah.
hey, are you busy?
Yeah.
You know?
It's the way it is.
Like, I'm actually doing this. Can you help me?
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
It is.
And we love it. We love
Wouldn't
it.
have it any other way.
So it's a labor of love.
It
It
is.
is.
It is.
We have
Absolutely.
passion, obviously, because we're entrepreneurs. We understand. We
So
understand.
that brings me to a couple questions, because I want to know, when you have a business that comes in, do you already kind of know where they're going to go or where their business journey is going to go? Like, obviously, there's businesses that are well established. You've got somebody that's running it that knows what they're doing, and then you have businesses with people that may not be as dedicated, or they're just like, you know, trying to make money or something. So what's like the spread of businesses that you've seen come in?
Oh my gosh.
Wide range.
I would say majority of the businesses that I meet with, I have never heard of them or talked to them.
Right.
So that's interesting to me. A lot of the businesses that we help generally is not, I say that, but then I say I go to the chiropractor and she's also won pitch competitions for us and stuff. So I guess I can't say that necessarily. But generally the ones that are coming to us that are new are going to be your newer ones that are starting up, that are not sure where to go, or they've been doing it for 1 to 3 years and they're like, it's either time to make a decision to not do this, or it's a time to decision how to grow it, or, you know, I got to get over this hurdle that I'm dealing with. Or we're going to be in your high tech space, which is going to be your innovations. It's going to be, they're going to be helping a manufacturer with a pain point. So what we're trying to help them with is finding their first client, testing that innovation to see if it's really working, and then helping them scale that. So not only are we in neighborhood-based businesses, service-based, downtown corridors, but we're also in like global tech startups, like globally. Like we can help global startups from around the world here in Jackson, because we have such a high dense of manufacturers housed right here in Jackson County, over 300. And so we deal a lot in the manufacturing space. So you're going to see a lot of like food, retail, you know, all of your service-based businesses, and you're going to see advanced manufacturing, high tech. I mean, we can really live wherever.
Yeah.
So it's an extreme, but
Right.
hey, who doesn't? I mean, what I always say is like, what don't we know? Like, I mean, honestly, when it comes to that ecosystem.
Well, that's awesome though, because then you kind of get to see like so many. That's got to be got to be labor.
It is exciting.
Labor intensive.
Yeah.
It's
Very exciting.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Being like, oh wow, that's an incredible
Right.
new tool, or that's like a
Or like seeing like a business that you're thinking, holy crap, this might be huge. This might be a big deal. You know, like you can see it before it actually happens. That's really cool.
Yeah. And then like with the businesses, is there something that tells you like, okay, this one definitely we should recommend to like this program, or this one we should definitely recommend to this program? Like, are there funnels that are just kind of like, I already know?
Yeah. Well, we have 4 programs here. We've got the Local Fellows program, which you've been in, and you see the type of businesses we take in that.
Yes.
So generally for the Local Fellows program, which is our neighborhood-based businesses, the ones that are going to get the most out of that is if, like you, in your case, you're a startup, but you're prepared. There's a difference. Startup not prepared versus a startup prepared.
Yeah.
So somebody like you getting in the program might not happen all the time, but you were prepared. Your Shark Tank pitch was great. Generally, it's the businesses that are 1 to 3 years that are going to get the most out of the program. And the reason why I say that is because the first half is so intensive on financials that if you don't have money coming in and you don't know what your expenses are, that whole first 6 weeks is going to be super confusing to you, right? So like if you're just startup and you haven't even taken in a dime yet and we're going through that, you're going to be lost. So we don't take businesses like that.
Yeah.
The oldest business we've had in it has been, Carrie, the Artful Eye. She's been doing it for 20 years. But I would say small business with employees was 18 years. And that was Harmony Garden Music Therapy Services. She's been in business for 18 years. She was at a precipice of like, what do I do?
Yeah.
And look at her now. She had like the best year last year.
She did.
Revenue-wise. So
She did.
you know, so like really honestly, I would say anywhere between 1 and 20 years for that program. But then we have like a sales and marketing accelerator, which is going to be we really try to gear it towards our high tech companies. And the reason why is because they have an innovation that they're trying to get feedback on, meaning they're trying to get it out there and get customer discovery on it.
Yeah.
Like, is this going to work or is this not going to work? And the sales and marketing accelerator is going to help them target who their hero is, meaning their like avatar, their person they really want to like sell to, and then coming up with sales strategies, creating a landing page, and then trying that, selling to them. So it's really that program. I find we can really tailor it to whoever the group is, but we've been noticing high tech right now is what we're gearing that towards. And then we've got our manufacturing where we match high-tech people with manufacturers on a problem, and then they start to work together to solve that problem. We do matchmaking services in that way. So if I'm talking to a high-tech company that has like an actual prototype that they're using and they are looking for a match in a client, we can help them find a client. So like if I know the programs well, so if somebody comes and talks to me and I can identify where they are in the stage, I can easily say, oh, a program is good for you or a program is not good for you because of where you are in the stage of business.
Okay. And then one question that I've had throughout this entire thing is you guys give a lot of money away.
Yeah.
Where does that come from? Like, where do you guys get the funding for all of this? Because you aren't taking a whole, like,
Right.
I assume you're not making a whole lot of money from like people that are renting here to give.
No. So you're going to talk about that.
Yeah. I mean, that pretty much just covers the space, essentially.
Right.
Yeah, like break even.
Because
basically.
even just the locals program, 12 businesses, everybody gets $4,000. That's
Yeah.
Right.
almost $50,000.
Right.
Like, where does your funding come from?
So in 2024, we were designated a small business support hub through the Michigan Economic Development Corporation, which a lot of people know them as the MEDC. They are the state economic developer. So what that means is they can take federal dollars in, like ARPA for COVID, they took federal dollars in and they were able to distribute it how they wanted. And what the state of Michigan decided was they were going to put together these small business support hubs. It's a competitive program. We applied to it. We won it. We won $1.4 million from that.
Oh my gosh, that's
So for 3 years, we were able to up the dollar amount that we gave, because we've been running this program since 2022, prior to any state or federal money going into it. And back then, we gave $2,500 to each participant.
Yeah.
When this program started, I upped the amount of people that could be in the program from 10 to 12,
Okay.
and I upped the dollar amount from $2,500 to $4,000. And that's all because our state believes in small business. They funneled the money through all incubators like us and let us decide how we wanted to give that away. And it's because they had put a priority on small business. You can thank your state for that.
Yes.
Your
Yeah.
state believes in small business and they support us boots on the ground getting that money out. So that's how we're able to do that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I know I've heard of like the MEDC.
Yeah.
And different. I know there's like different places that are similar to this, kind of dotted all around.
Yeah, they're all over. Yeah.
But no, I agree with you. Like one thing, like in my journey of looking things up, it seems that the barrier has been lowered a lot
Yeah.
for small businesses in the state of Michigan.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
What was
really love
that? Ken told us the other day in one of our meetings. He gave us a data point of how many. It was like the percentage of
Oh,
new
he
businesses
said, like,
started.
54% increase.
Yeah,
from-
there was like a big increase in small businesses started.
like the
in
most
Michigan
amount
this year, or
of
last year.
businesses started last year than ever
Than
before,
ever
recorded
Yeah.
before.
Which was awesome.
Yeah.
It's very.
So small business is on the rise.
It is.
Yeah. Well, as people that work in the space of like lifting up and helping support small businesses, I assume you believe in small business.
Yeah.
So what do you think that small business does for communities?
I feel like I've talked a lot. I'll let Sierra talk.
Honestly, I feel like it brings people together. I'm very much a support local person. And so when I am very much more likely to go to a Cafe Fuel rather than going to Starbucks, you know. I feel like our community just,
Yeah.
you know, has that same mindset, I would say.
Yeah.
They're very much, you know, support local. Let's go to Luna Lux instead of going to B-Dubs or, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of thing.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree with you though, because like the more I meet small business owners, especially if I go to a small cafe where it's like the owner is one of the 2 or 3 people.
Right.
You start up conversations, you talk to them, you make friends. Like, I have genuine connections with people that I met, like,
You're right.
Right.
like they were a client of mine and they're a small business, because a lot of the work that I do is small business related. So I'll go to a cafe, or like I'll have a client or something, and then it's like, oh, well, you're kind of cool. Like, hey, let's go get lunch.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I have a client of mine that went from, hey, do you do this and that? And we started talking, and now we just hang out.
Right.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's so great.
It really does just
So
bring
great.
people together.
Yeah. So and I love that so much, because I'm like, obviously being a small business, I believe in small business, but
Yeah.
but and then also like keeping the money in the community, being able to like Larry Pryor,
Yeah.
Pryor's Barbecue.
Yeah.
I stopped by because of the program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of him, and
Yeah.
went, and I'm like, oh wow, like this is so nice. Like,
Right.
he's so appreciative.
I know.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I guess the small
Yes.
businesses, they genuinely appreciate it. Like, if you hire me for something,
Right.
number one, that's crazy. I'm
Yeah.
flattered.
Yeah.
But number two, like, I really care. Like, I'm gonna do as like the best that I can
Yeah.
possibly do.
I just posted a thank you to all my recent customers
Yeah.
this morning.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just a simple thank you to the people that have ordered or
Yeah.
booked with me.
And so you don't
So important.
you don't see that in the big chains.
Yeah.
You don't see that, there's that sense of connection gets lost.
Yeah.
So I love that you brought that up, because that's, to me, it's just such a cathartic thing in going to small businesses,
Yeah.
because they're just so happy that you're
Yes.
there, and
Yes.
they're passionate about it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas, if I go to Starbucks,
Yeah.
it's gonna be something that's just
They're annoyed.
There you go.
They're annoyed.
You're right. You're just another one.
Yeah.
You're just another person, another order.
For
So
sure.
so I love that a lot, and I don't know that we talked about a whole lot about what you do.
Yeah.
So tell us in the lab, what do you do?
So I basically just manage our members. Anybody you see in this space, helping them with, their invoices, their bookings, all of that sort of thing. If they want to have an event here at the lab, because all of our members can utilize the space for events and that sort of thing. So helping them with all of that, and helping any new members. I have a lot of people that come in specifically for the coffee shop, but then they're just like, what the heck is this place? Like, this looks so cool. I want to know what this place is. So I give a lot of tours, and I love, honestly, tours are one of my favorite things to give people. Just seeing them just kind of be mesmerized by the space, and oh my gosh, we have that here in our hometown. That's just incredible. So giving them tours, and obviously signing people up for memberships when they're ready for them.
Yeah, well, and on that note, I guess a shameless plug. That's where we're filming today.
Right, exactly.
That's where this
Yes.
is hosted, because I'm a member. So thanks to you guys
Absolutely.
for
She is also not saying she keeps all of us, all of us, meaning me, myself, Ken, and Brandon, who founded this place. She keeps our schedules in line. She make sure our emails don't overwhelm us. She is like the multitasker of all multitaskers. Like, she literally keeps this place together. Like, she's not saying that, but she literally keeps our brains in one place, because as you noticed, there's a lot going on here, and there's a very small amount of staff.
Yeah.
And
You guys are always so go that it's hard for you guys to manage your schedules and your inbox.
She's amazing
Where
at
to be
that.
when. So
she's amazing.
Yeah. No, I love how you guys operate, because having interacted with you, having booked things and tried to schedule things and tried to do different things with you, it's kind of cool to see, because I feel like you're the vocal face of
Yes.
a lot of these.
Yes.
Where typically, if I think of the locals program, you were always up front,
Right.
talking about it, hosting it,
Yep.
but you were always in the back,
Yep. Making
taking
sure it
care of-
goes.
Yeah. So it seems like I love your energy, and I love everything that you do.
Yeah.
I feel like you're never in the spotlight as
Right.
much, because I feel like you're just in the background, putting the fires out.
right.
Essentially.
I'm very passionate about making things easy for others. That's one thing that I'm, call me people pleaser or whatever, but I'm very much a what can I do to make it easier for you kind of person. And I just fell right into this position here, and it's just kind of worked, honestly.
Really, it has. She's amazing. She's amazing. And that's literally my job description. Vocal of the lab. Literally.
Right.
That's what Brandon and Ken said. Just be the vocal of the lab.
the face.
So that's amazing.
Yeah, but I love
That's
it
awesome.
because both of you are amazing at what you do. Both of
Oh,
you are like
thanks.
fabulous people. I remember I told you the other day when we had our like graduation.
Yeah.
And I was like just I hope you know how much you help people. Both of you.
Thank you.
Because like me as a business owner, I came in and I knew what I was doing with video, but I didn't know any. You know, I tried to run businesses
Right.
before. I've been an entrepreneur since I was like 12.
Yeah.
Driving my lawnmower over.
Yeah,
right.
Hey, can I mow your lawn?
Right.
Perfect.
So I feel like I'm an entrepreneur by blood.
Yeah.
But
Most of us are.
knowing how to channel that
Yeah.
was not something that I
Yeah.
never experienced that.
Right.
So then like coming in here, you make it easy and you make it work for a business to come in and explore the space, understand what's going on, get into the program. Like obviously it's probably different for the businesses that don't make it into the program.
Yeah.
But it also kind of gave me the feeling of if you genuinely are passionate about what you're doing and you really try to make it work.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be honest, there were probably businesses that were stronger than mine that pitched in the program. But for me, I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to work as hard as I can so that if I don't get it, I will know that I did everything that I possibly
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Wow.
so yeah, I
Kudos to you. You did it.
You did it.
You're in.
Yeah.
Now you're an alumni.
Yes, I am. Proud alum. This segment of today's podcast is brought to you by Northlight Film Co. Specializing in business and event video production, including live streaming, we have the tools to help grow your brand. So stand out with Northlight Film Co. You can find us online at northlightfilm.co or call or text us at 734-465-9412. Now back to the show. I want to talk about your individual businesses because you both do photography, you do press on nails. So let's hear it. Plug your businesses.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, right now I feel like I am kind of not starting over with my business, but I am actually going through the process of like going through branding sessions and trying to understand like what is my brand. And I guess I say that to say is that my business came about kind of randomly. I was in a job I really hated back in 2015, 2016. I decided to quit that job and go work for American One Credit Union. Thank you, American One Credit Union, major donor of the Lean Rocket Lab. I took a part-time job there, and I did that so that I could work with my sister. My sister was actually running a company where we helped women entrepreneurs grow their business. So I've been doing this for a long time, but myself, I was like, man, I'm kind of bored. I'm not working as hard as I usually do, which is full time. And so I picked up my aunt's camera, and I've been wanting to do this forever. And this was in 2016. And I just said to myself, I'm going to teach myself how to shoot in manual mode because I've never done that before. So I started teaching myself with YouTube, and we didn't have AI back then, really. So I was doing YouTube a lot, and then I had a guy who worked with me who used to be a photographer who started training me on the job at our full-time job that I got kind of when Amanda went through her personal stuff, and I had to get back in my full-time engine. And so what happened was I started taking pictures of my friends, and then I started getting good at it. And then they said, you should really start a business. And so in 2019, I just decided, I was off of Facebook. I decided I'll get back on Facebook and I'll start promoting this. And I did a giveaway, and it had over 200 shares on it.
Wow.
It was insane. I couldn't believe it. I was like, holy crap. So then I started just getting clients that way and started just building my portfolio. And then it just kept going and going and going. And here we are 6 years later, and I'm still doing it. I'm doing it probably, I probably could go full time, but it's just, I love my job here. I love what we do to help entrepreneurs. Being an entrepreneur myself, I get it. I get it. And I get why some people choose not to go all in right at the beginning and kind of work their way up. That's kind of what I've been doing. And so I feel like everybody has a different path, and I can appreciate all the different paths because I was raised by entrepreneurs too. And it's just like, why not just do it yourself too? Why not just, it's leading you to it. So why not just do it too?
Yeah.
So that's kind of my story. My niche is, I'm just now getting into weddings. I've done a couple weddings. I like to do the smaller kind of backyard weddings. I'm a senior portrait photographer, and I love branding sessions. So those are like my 3 things: small weddings, branding, and senior portraits.
Awesome.
Loveland Farms Photo. That's where you can find me on Instagram. I don't have a website. I don't use Facebook that much. So if you want to see my work, you can go to Loveland Farms Photo on Instagram.
Perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have to do that.
Yeah.
And how about you?
Yeah, so I own Joyfully Rooted, which started as photography thanks to Alex.
I did. I pushed her.
She's the one that actually pushed me to make it legit, honestly. I was just kind of doing friends and family, just like honestly in my parents' backyard because it's beautiful. That was just kind of my go-to spot. And they had a camera, kind of a similar situation, which I didn't even realize. But they had a camera sitting in their closet collecting dust. And I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to grab it. And, let's just see what we can do with it. Totally same thing. Taught myself with YouTube and, trial and error. And now, 3 years later, I'm pretty consistently booked, mostly with families and engagements. I did my first wedding this past year, which was so much fun. So I think I'm hoping to get into that more. It was a smaller wedding, but it was a blast. It was so much fun. And then ironically, about maybe 6 to 8 months ago, I was getting so many people who are like, oh my gosh, where do you get your nails done? I need to go. Where do you do? And I had to be like, oh, I do them myself. Yes. But I could never do what I did on myself to other people. My brain just couldn't comprehend the backwardsness of it, I guess. So I'm like, how can I do what I can do, but give it to other people because they love it? So I, started Googling, used my AI, whatever. And they were like, well, maybe you should try press-ons. And so I was like, okay, so what does that mean? Like, how do I do this? What's the process? So I have 2 sister-in-laws, and they're like, well, use us as guinea pigs, get a few things and try it out. And so I did, and now I've got consistently 8 to 10 orders a week of nails that I'm doing, which it's so much fun. It kind of brings more of my creative side out because you can be creative in photography, but doing the design and so detailed and intricate, and it brings out a little bit more of my creative side. So it's been so fun to bring that on, but also figure out how I can merge the 2 together. Like, people are like, photography and nails, like, how do those go together?
Right.
Like, that doesn't make sense, but it's been
fun. Book your photo and nail session.
Yeah.
It's been super fun to do it.
Like I told you, I think that makes, no matter what you're doing, whether it's photography or if it's nails, you're making them feel confident.
Yes.
And good in their skin.
Yes, exactly. And that's what I love to do. So it's been so fun. So joyfully.rooted on Facebook and Instagram is where you can find me.
Perfect. I love that so much because number one, I love the businesses because same for me. Like, I picked up a camera. I was like in college and I was going for music, and they said that we need to make like a Giving Tuesday video because it was, there was like fundraiser coming up, and I'm like, there's a camera there. I could pick that up. I could make something, and I just had so much fun making this. It's terrible, but like looking back on it, it's like wow, that was choices. But
but they always say, if as an entrepreneur, if you don't look back on your first piece of work and be very embarrassed by it, then you're not doing it the right way.
Fair.
My first shoot was with my sister-in-law, and I'm like, I was in direct sun and didn't know how to shoot in direct sun, and I was like, oh my gosh, like looking at those today, I'm like, I can't believe I delivered a gallery like that. Like,
so you're doing it right, everyone.
But with that, like, I love creative endeavors because like every single time you get to do something different. You learn like especially with this kind of thing, like with the podcast, with recording, it's like you kind of nail down something every time. Yeah. But you're never gonna get to where you want to be because you're always gonna change something. You're always gonna tweak something.
Absolutely.
Like even just the podcast. This is the I think 3rd episode of the podcast. Yeah. And the first one, I was like a pilot, so I'm like, okay, let me try a couple things, and then I did the second one, and I'm thinking, wow, that first one, I didn't do.
You're like on the 3rd one, and you're like, wow.
Yeah, and then now the 3rd one, I look back, and I'm like, wow, okay, this looks a lot better. But it's like being able, because I love that. Number one, having a business that you start kind of happenstance, like it's like you got
so
good
cool,
at something,
right?
You got good at something, and then like, hey, let me do it myself.
It's just a good reminder that it's okay to pivot. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay to start something and change it a little bit or change it completely.
Yeah.
You go a different route, and
You
that's
know,
okay. It's
on
not
that note, it's okay to be bad at something
Yep.
too. It's like
Oh yeah.
absolutely.
whether you're bad at it in a way that's like, okay, I don't want to do this again, that's totally okay. But then it's also okay to be bad at something so that you can then improve.
Right.
Like when I first
Right.
picked up a camera, I was bad at it. And then slowly over time you build it and build it
Yeah.
and build it
Yeah.
and get
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Which I love. I'm like always learning. I
Yes.
always want to learn. I always want to try something new. And so I love that about, creative things.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
So hopefully it's a good creative outlet
Yeah.
for when you actually have time.
Right.
Yeah. Sometimes it's becoming work, but
Right.
I mean, it is definitely a creative outlet.
So kind of coming to a bit of a conclusion, I want to ask you a few quick fire questions
Oh, okay.
for business owners, and especially you guys, because you guys are so busy. How do you unplug? How do you actually take the time to reset? Because you guys are constantly filling up other people's cup. You're constantly,
Yeah.
you're doing this, you're doing that, you're running your own business on the side of already such a monumental task. So how do you guys relax?
Oh my God, I want to answer this. For me, I have two phones. I have my business phone and then I have my personal phone. What I do is I turn those phones off.
Yeah.
And I have to get away from technology because when I'm obviously working in front of a computer, not all the time, but a lot of times in my meetings and then editing, like the screen time is like exhausting, as you both probably have the same thing. So I have got to remove myself from technology. So I turn off my phones and I just stare at a blank wall. No, I'm not even kidding you.
That sounds amazing.
I'm not kidding you. Yeah.
Do you do that like at a scheduled time, or is it when you can sense you're like getting close to burning out?
The thing about me is that I'm not really sure if I have a burnout button. Like I could really, like I might be miserable, but I could go. I think Sierra could probably see this in me. Like I can go. And then there's really not a time when I'm like, this is it. I honestly could probably work like 24/7.
Yeah.
I really have to like go on vacation. Like everybody here knows if I go on vacation, do not call me.
Yeah.
If you freaking call me, Brandon, I will. Brandon texted me one time on vacation. I didn't text him back for 7 days. And not until I returned did I. So for me, when I say I'm on vacation, I literally mean that. Do not call me. My phone's not going to be on and I don't have my laptop with me. So that's really the only way that I get away from work, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I assume you have to go to a completely different zip code.
Yes, I do. I don't stay around. Because if I stay around, I'm working.
Yeah.
People are going to recognize you. People
Yeah.
Right.
I even consider my home like a work situation, because I'm editing there. That's where I'm doing my other job. So every place is like a work location, unless it's an Airbnb.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna have to like Lean Rocket Lab sponsored like.
We are.
Yeah.
So you
Sabbatical.
can just go to
Sabbatical.
or something.
That's what Alex needs. I don't know if she has anything different, but
Yeah.
I am just really intentional about when I'm home. Like, when I'm home, I pretty much will get home and work on whether it's editing a session or completing some orders of nails. I'll do that for a few hours, but I'm pretty intentional about like at 7, 8 o'clock is when I'm shutting things down and turning off all my stuff. And I'm gonna either chill with my dogs, watch my shows, or I'm gonna take them for a walk. My husband and I will go for a motorcycle ride if it's nice. Like, just being intentional about like, you only have so many hours in the day that like your people still matter. Like you still need to spend time with your people, whether that's sitting on a couch watching TV or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
So usually between like 7, 8, sometimes 9, but between those few hours, like being intentional about shutting things off and
So
not
good
doing
at it.
things.
Yeah. Do you have a show? What's your show?
Right now, actually, I just finished a show. We were watching Dexter. My husband and I love Dexter. So we just finished Dexter.
watch that.
But this weekend, I actually was in Florida, and my mom and I started watching, I can't remember, Outlast Jungle, maybe? I think, something
the
like
reality
that.
show.
Yeah, it's so
Is
good.
it
I
good?
love like reality shows like
Yeah.
that and things like that.
I saw that. It was like #1 on Netflix.
Yeah, super good.
Have you watched
So
Thrill?
No, I have
So
not.
good. You gotta watch it. It's so good. It's so good.
So your favorite show is A Blank Wall.
Yes. It is. I have to be like I have to like non-stimulation, you know.
Yeah. No, but I completely understand that because like especially when you're doing so much and it's like screen time all the time, and then like you get home, you said you're editing like. Because I'm in like meetings all day and I've got to shoot and I'm talking to people and I'm doing a podcast, I'm doing this, and then I go home.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, let me edit, let me do this, let me sync all the audio, let me transfer all the files over.
Yeah.
So much more work.
So it's
to be done.
like some days I'm just like, let me just like sit on my phone and rock. And then some days it's literally like, I just want to turn all the lights off. I want you know the sensory deprivation thing.
That's what I want too. Me too, man. I need one of those, like that Zen booth. Put something in there.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
But well, amazing. Thank you guys so much for
thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. It was so much fun.
A Monday.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
On a Monday.
Well, this will release on a Thursday. So on a Thursday.
Well, on a Thursday.
But yeah, so thank you guys so much. It's been so great. Last thing, just plug yourselves. I know you already talked about your businesses, but plug the lab, see where we can find you. And just this is your moment to just
Okay. You want to plug the lab or you want me to?
I can plug the lab.
All right.
You can go to leanrocketlab.org. Our intake form's on there. You can find us on there. Our phone number, our location, and everything is there. For Joyfully Rooted, I have a website, joyfullyrooted.com. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram, joyfully.rooted517.
Oh, all right. Loveland Farms. Like I said, I'm mainly on Instagram at Loveland Farms Photo. I do have a Facebook page, Loveland Farms Photography. I don't have a website, but it's coming. Yeah. And if you have a wedding or a branding session you want to do, call your girl.
Amazing. Well, again, thank you guys so very much for being on, and thank you so much for watching. Again, this has been the Small Business Spotlight here with Alex and Sierra from the Lean Rocket Lab and also their prospective businesses. Again, my name is Derek, and it's been wonderful having you guys and having you on. So thank you, and make sure to shop local.
Yes, shop local.
Awesome.